introduce a visual storyteller who turns moments into cinematic memories. He's known for capturing Nigerian weddings in the way that are bold, emotive, and unforgettable. From sleek lifestyle shots to epic wedding visuals, his work speaks for itself. Please, with a warm applause, the founder of Birch Pictures, Emeka Amafor. For a round of applause for him, please. Thank you. Okay. All right. Do you want to speak with or without the mic? Okay. All right. How are you doing, Veg?
Very good. Can everyone hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Praise the Lord.
As in, let's wake up. Okay, Veg, how are you doing? Same question I asked our two speakers. What's going on with you? What's going on with you? What have you been up to lately?
I think same thing. Just shooting, trying to be surviving, dealing with the weather, dealing with president. Just basically dealing with Wiki. So just basically surviving, honestly. But we thank God we kind of have the problems we once prayed for. So it's not like but surviving anyway.
Yeah, that's lovely. It's so great to have you here.
Thank you so much.
So I'm just going to dive straight into the question, right? We've been talking about AI replacing jobs and if it's a threat and all of that. But I want to ask something much more deeper. Do you think photographers that use AI, they are lazy photographers? Do you think it's replacing lazy workflow or it's just a means to assess? Do you think photographers that majorly use AI are lazy photographers?
Um, I mean, before I start, I have to give thanks to Zubi for inviting me. I didn't do that. So please, a round of applause. He's always a chill guy. And this is literally one of the first times we're having like a full-on conversation. But he's always just such a chill guy. So the minute you sent an invite, I'm like, from one chill guy to another, I'll be
Let's have
here.
it.
So it's nice meeting everybody through Zubi's Medium. Thank you so much for having me. Is AI making photographers lazy? Um, I don't think so. I don't think it's making photographers lazy. Why? I'll use myself as a case study. Before, I mean, when AI started coming up and started being infused into photography, I thought that I wouldn't participate. Like I want to, I want to stay original. I want to stay Picasso. I want to be the artist, the author and finisher of my work. So I won't participate. But there was I had to visit a friend, a fellow photographer, a colleague, and I went to his studio, and he put me on to Evoto. I don't know if we have photographers in the room that know about Evoto, because I think this is a room with vast creatives, so I might not be speaking your language, but as a photographer, there's an app, or not an app, it's not an app, it's a program that just came up, like Adobe software, called Evoto. So this pretty much helps you with photo retouching, fixing the skin, fixing the backdrops, fixing the figure. Because you know some of our requests always come with a little bit of vanity. When someone's like, make my waist slimmer. I'm like, it's jeans, you gotta know. So it helps you, tuck those things in. But I was not, I didn't want to be part of it. I still wanted to have that mindset of doing it myself. But the minute I tried it, I paid for it. I I cut down my editing department from about 3 to 4 people to just one human being.
Wow.
So it took that guy's job, but it made things easy for me. And this is why I was saying the story, because I'm a creative who doesn't really, my motto is not scale. It's not scale up, scale up. When you meet some people and they tell you, AI is going to have you scale up, you can now hire. I'm trying to scale down as much as possible. Because my art, I'm trying to keep it bespoke. I want to be the one to take your pictures. I want to be the one to edit your pictures. To some point, I will even learn how to paint. I want to paint your picture. Right? It's not a selfish thing. It's a thing of, if I wanted to be Studio 24, I would say, hey, let me open branches, get photographers, give everybody photo. But my goal, I want to day my house in like 10 years, just day my room, they make my money by myself. I really like soft life. So now, would you say I'm lazy? Right? I'm just working hard in a different direction. AI is helping me scale down to make things easy for me. So I wouldn't say it's going to make you lazy. I think it is what it is. AI is a tool. It's just going to make you better. If you're crap, sorry, it probably would not save you. The other speaker that was here before me, he talked about how um, people will start using AI to take people's jobs and everything. And he gave example of Efe, Kata Efe, and Salem, who's sitting out here. Um, yes, it's going to take your job, but what it is a tool. It's just an extension of yourself. If you don't have the self sorted out yet, AI can't help you. You suck at it. But if you know what you're doing, AI is just a tool to help you get better. So, long story short, no, it's not going to make people lazy.
Okay.
Except you're just a lazy person.
All right. So if everyone has access to AI,
Yeah.
how would you be able to separate a great photographer from, let's say, maybe?
I was having a conversation with Ashavin. Please, a round of applause for Asha. I just be like, jump out, I just put jump out for back seat. And I don't know who's down for them. I was having a conversation with him about this same question. And the truth is, I've said it before, originality is going to become the new AI. That's what it's going to be. Originality is going to become the new AI. People will pay big bucks for bespoke, for handmade, for you took my picture, you edited it, you painted my work. You didn't put a prompt to give me this. So, like, I'm not disrespecting or saying you won't make money through AI. I'm just saying, like I said, I'm speaking from my department as a photographer. Originality will become the new AI. If you know my work, or if you're meeting me for the first time, you're being introduced to my work. So the last 3 images on my page, not the ones that are pinned, the ones you can just tell that, oh, it was posted recently. There's a picture that I used 3 backdrops to create an image, different colors for Ife and Frank. If you know Diary of a Nigerian Girl, her wedding, pretty much the pictures went there. And someone saw that. I was like, how did you, this AI don't the he just gave credit
Assumed it
to
was AI.
AI. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So the minute I explained to him, and I told him, no, this is, I sketched it. I literally sketched this. There's a whole story on it. I literally sketched this, came up with the idea real time, and we made that happen. But the fact that now AI is so commercial, clearly it has done what you call a damage to the mind that anything that looks amazing was probably made with AI.
Yeah.
So you see how you can now coin it to your advantage by being original.
Yeah.
I would take someone to the moon and snap that person on the moon there, and I'll come back without telling the story. I'll post that picture. I'll probably get 1,000 likes, 2,000 likes, because you can put a prompt and someone is on the moon. But the minute you see a video of me going to NASA, carrying that person from ground to up, it goes to 10,000, 20,000, because now they can tell, oh, this is not a prompt, so I can't do this crap. I have to now become an astronaut. Shit. Right? So originality will become the new AI, because AI will now be too commercial. So the original people, the original pieces, Picasso's paintings will double down on price. So originality will become the new AI. So
Yeah, thank you. You can put your hands together for that. Thank you.
now I'll use AI and do clap sounds. So no need.
Before I ask my next question, I want to know what's your photography style?
I'm a niche, by niche, I'm a wedding photographer. So I practice wedding photography. But my style is photojournalistic. So my style is like if a journalist had a baby with a fashion Vogue photographer. So I kind of do editorials, but I kind of still tell stories like a journalist. Meaning I could photograph you and it could probably make it on Vogue, and my picture can still make it on. Even now, Joe Wild, I people cats for one side. Do you get? It could make it on different platforms. There's not easy one style to it. So I describe myself as a photojournalist. So I can still give you editorials and also give you candid moments that will tell stories beyond just the bride and the groom. So that's pretty
All
much
right,
what
all
my
right. So
side
I
about.
asked that because if AI could mimic your style, how do you protect your creative signature?
Um, I don't think AI can mimic things that it hasn't studied yet. You know that this thing we're calling AI is not a button; it's a human being that creates prompts and I mean the algorithm, the coding. Someone will write a code for something. That human being has to exist before the AI works. So there's already a bunch of photographers that will say, oh, they shoot like veg. So there's already my style out there. So you can even take a picture and be like, edit this and grade it like veg to come out like that. But AI is not going to give you that idea of putting 3 colored backdrops behind a couple. So you
Yeah.
see the difference. So someone always has to put the prompt. So that person is not as good as you. So I don't know if I answered your question
Yes,
or if
yes,
it
yes.
makes sense.
And if you were to shoot and edit, if AI could, okay, I mean, you're doing the shooting, if AI could do the
Editing.
editing and
It
maybe,
is doing the
yeah,
editing. That's
yes,
what I mean by Evoto.
yeah, and like
Using
some
skill.
retouching,
Yeah.
what's left for photographers to even master?
Um, Photography is beyond just the pictures. It's a business. It's a service. If I have Evoto, Bukashot here has Evoto, Mind Maze here has Evoto, right? We are all on the same level field when it comes to editing, when it comes to the craft. But we are probably on different playing ground when it comes to managing the business. There's, I could be humble, he could be humble, he could not be humble, right? So now it doesn't matter if his work is good or not. Someone will always want to buy comfort. Someone will always want to buy trust. So um, as long as people are different, I don't know if I will answer it
Yeah,
that way.
people are a little different. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the next 5 years,
Yeah.
right, with AI still in the picture, what do you think the world of photography would look like?
It will leave people in confusion, and people are just going to be confused half the time. Is it already even affecting our parents? The number of times they send you things and you're like, Mama, na AI, you don't believe it. So I think that's what it's going to get. It's going to leave people more confused. It's going to leave people asking, is this real? So, like I said, it's good for me because I will stick to blowing your mind when you know that it's not AI. So, in the future, yes, there's going to be a lot of, it's going to make things easier. There's going to be a lot of cost cut down on production because I'm speaking only as a photographer who wants to stay bespoke. It's going to make it easy for the next person who wants to put people on the moon or anywhere in the world by just clicking a button. So yes, it's going to make things easy moving forward, but still, you still have to have that human effect. You still have to be a good human to be able to make it with that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very interesting that three of our speakers have very similar answers.
Yeah.
And I think that's very beautiful. I still have two more questions, but I
That's
just
fine.
want to find out if anyone in the audience has a question. I believe we have some photographers. The way I described Salem is the same way I'm going to describe Bedge. He's like wind. You can see him, but you might not catch him. So he's right here now. If you have a question, I think it's much easier than going through the route of sending a DM or a mail. So no other question before we move forward? Okay. You do? Oh, beautiful. Please, can we get the mic to her?
Hi,
No, okay, sure.
I'm Dan Mouse. I'm background photographer and stylist. My question is, do you think mobile photography can actually go far depending on the concept and the photographer's shooting style?
Mobile photography. What when you mean go far? What do you mean by go far? What's the dream? What's the far?
Earlier sketch. Basically, when you see a photographer and you pull out your phone, most people kind of see it as it's not worth it or especially it's not that serious. So, but if they see the work and see how good it is, do you think it can shift around?
Yes, even if it doesn't shift mind from everybody, it could shift mind for 1%. You always have a 1% in any industry. Let me explain this. Is yes, to produce professional images, you need a professional camera. Phones are not professional camera. It doesn't matter if it's 17 or Google Pixel. is not a professional camera. So no, from my department, no bride is going to come and hire you and you pull up a phone. It doesn't make sense. But if, take for example, Bedge now, from the little you've heard about Bedge, and you hear that the caveat is that, but do you know he shoots with a phone? That's now 1%. They will now hire me and I pull up a phone. I have respect. I gave the phone respect. Do you understand what I mean? So, yes, it can go far, but you're going to do a lot of work since you don't, first of all, want to enter the professional side and be called the professional. You want to hold the phone. So, if you can, by yourself, build a brand around the phone that makes the phone irrelevant, but yourself, the brand name, I would pay you 10 million naira to come to my event and you pull up a phone. Because that picture you're going to post, you've built the brand that one of your pictures on your page gets 10,000 likes. It makes it to this. There's a story behind it. Netflix is even carrying it. It's not the phone now. It's you. I don't know if you know this movie, 28 Days. There's a new movie that came out, like a zombie apocalypse movie. It was made with entirely with an iPhone. So you see how we now, the audience, are not going to the cinema to say, please, this movie I'm about to pay for. Now, phone they use have been a camera, right? No, it's the director, it's the story, it's everything but the phone. So yes, you can be a 1% with a phone. Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you. Any other question?
Check GPT, bro. Let's use AI. Come on.
You have a question? Okay.
Well, cool.
One of the major questions that I have whenever I see your work, um, the pride and the identity is very strong. Even if there's no watermark or anything on it,
Yeah.
whenever you come across a work made by Benj, you always know it has this artistic vibe to it that even in the next 5 years, you
Yeah.
still know that it's a masterpiece.
Thank
So
you.
I'm curious, how did you get to the extent where you created such pride identity that once people see your work, they
There's
know
a
that it's
signature.
you? One. Then secondly, what's your thought process like? Because if you can create like that, that means you're working in a very high functioning environment.
Yeah.
So what's your creative thought process like in such fast-paced
I see.
space for you to be able to still
Create
such
something.
masterpiece in a
Okay,
short time?
please hold the mic. I know this Sabi hold too many things for my head. Your first question, why
The
it
bright,
stands out without a logo on it.
yeah, the
So I'll
bright
answer that then. Just ask me the next question. So I'm a 12-year-old brand. So I've built my brand for 12 years. Bed Pictures pretty much, I can come out and say, oh, we're the pioneers of whatever you see as the wedding industry picture style today. It kind of originated from Bed Pictures from like 2017, 2018. If you follow my work with the way I introduce presets and all, right? So you could go online and see a lot of images that are like, some people say, it's graded like Bedge work. But every time Bedge posts, I can always tell because it's not the presets, it's not the AI, is the mind behind it. Is the person thinking about putting 3 backdrops behind the bride? Is the person thinking about putting a bride in the middle and putting all her bridesmaids around her? This picture I just spoke about is the second pin picture on my page, so you can check it out. It was shot in 2018, where I was in a room and there was nothing for me to create, and it was just one bride with like 30 bridesmaids, and they were like, come up with something, create something. And at that time, there was no blueprint of that kind of picture I created. What you have is have the bride stand and the bridesmaids on each side. But my mind came up with something to say, put the bride in the middle and have everybody around her, let her be the focus, right? So the fact that I've constantly kept stories, Easter eggs in my images is why you are triggered by that. So if you see an image online that just has like a badge grade, that's it. That's where it stops. But with badge, there's always something else I'll add. And I never treat the way I present my work as an afterthought, right? If you follow my work recently, you can see I collect inspiration too much from musicians. If you know me, you know I'm a big Wiz fan. That's my mentor, right? I feel like go to another department to learn and come to this faculty to explore it. they don't drop music like it's joke. There's a whole board of directors for music to be dropped. There's, oh, expect our music on the 17th of this, coming in hot on Friday, it drops at this time. Imagine dropping images like that, which is what I started doing. The first picture we published this year, I literally put out a post that, oh, February 14th, I'm dropping my first single. It's already doing something to your mind. It's like a joke, but obviously, February 14th, let's just drop in a picture. That's something. So when that picture drops, I've already collected 50% of your like. I need 100 of your like for you to tap twice on my platform. I've collected 50 because I've infused anticipation in your head. So now you've anticipated it. Then I now blow your mind. So I've collected another 50. Then you're like, God damn it. Like, what makes him stand out is a combination of all the elements, even the presentation of the work, the packaging of the moi moi. You understand? But now moi moi, but the packaging come different. So if I put the packaging in your face, I've collected 50. You'll now give me 50 because I've now done amazing work. So I don't know if that answers your first question. So your second question again is.
So the second question is more like, now, let's say for that example, there's this particular picture. The one the bride was standing under a spotlight, and she was surrounded. I think it's an Edo bride that has like a veil.
Yes.
Then there was this spotlight on her. So
Yes. That's Andre Yama. That was the first picture pinned on the page.
So without creating you tend, that means you're going to be working in a fast-paced environment. So how can that fast can easily come up with pictures? Because trust me,
it's
I've
hard.
been in an environment once, I froze on set. I think it might have happened to some of us that with the whole tension and everything, you just before you know it, you just come. So how can you, despite the fast-paced environment, you still come up with masterpiece effortlessly? Do you get?
Yeah, so
How do you do that?
I think for me it's because I've done it 1,000 times, right? I've done it repeatedly, so it's now second nature. So I've bypassed the anxiety. I've bypassed the uncertainty of the fact that, is this thing going to come nice? I've built respect. So I know that even if I waste this person's time, I waste them nicely. I don't waste time. I will say, why you waste my time? No, unless I like, that wasted my time. Do you understand? So is about the fact that I've mastered the skill so much. And for the picture that you're talking about, I'll explain how the picture came about. So Andre Yama is getting dressed. And I mean, ladies, we know Andre Yama. Guys, we know Andre Yama. We know who she is. This is a fashion big house. So this is someone too that brought a bit of, I was quite intimidated. The fact that I know I'm working with someone who's this high profile and they've paid you big bucks, so at least come up with something creative. And I go to a wedding, I say, if I come out with 1,000 pictures that I don't like, it's not a successful wedding. But if I come out with 5 images that Bed likes, I'm happy. So at that time, before that picture was created, I never get shebang. Nothing no come and they rush, they move around. So she was walking through an aisleway. So if you guys want to just, I'm going to explain the picture. So if you want to see, just go to the page. It's the first pink picture. She was walking through the tiny aisleway, and there was literally this exact light was above her, and the place was dark, and she was in the middle, and she had her girls trying to pass by the side in the same. Oh, excuse me. Now, pause on that. 2014. My mind would go to 2018 when I made that first picture. I told you I put the bride in the middle with the girls around. Shit, I don't do them before. Practice. Right? I'm like, we can create something like this. Andrea, hold on, please, guys, I'm so sorry. Politeness, humility, the niceness I talked about when I gave an example of 3 people can't be the same. I'm sorry, please, can I just create one picture under the light? And she stands under the light, and I start using her girls. Sorry, can you come this way? I'm giving people importance so that they're interested in the image. I'm building a picture. I like to say, I heard it somewhere, you create twice. First in your head, and second in reality. So in my head, I've arranged everybody. So I'm building the picture up. So them standing there, it made the picture. So she was in the middle, and the spotlight was directly under her face. And technical wise, see the way you're standing under the spotlight now, under that, is not flattering to your face. If I say move forward and raise your face up, best. So now there's more light on your face and there's no light on your shadow. Scale. I've done it 1,000 times. I understand lighting. You might not have gotten that training, so you will not even, you will even snap the picture, you will come war. Eh? Now there they'll come be like, why did you waste my time? But skill, I have that. Confidence, I have that. To hold a room, I have that. So that picture was created. So yes, there's always that uncertainty. And talking about freezing, I have someone who, yes, they've been in a room where it was overwhelming and they froze. And I had to talk them out of it. All right? But it's because they've not experienced that situation multiple times. Obviously, there are times where I don't freeze before, but once I get past it, because bro, weddings is like a ballroom, it's like Bridgerton.
Very, very
You're
fascinating.
literally just in the middle of everything looking good, so you could, yeah. So yeah.
Let me make it very realistic for you. So when Dubai shooting,
Sorry guys, this is Mind Maze.
yes.
A round of applause for Mind Maze.
So when Dubai shooting there, yeah, so I'm Benji's first assistant. So we're shooting in Dubai. It was chairman
At
His
Delike's wedding.
yeah. So the kind of crowd we're with, everybody you hear about their network, they were
And
sitting
everybody's
next
in the
to us.
room.
So Ben was now like, "King George, move there." I
He
could
sure.
not move.
Yakubu, you feel
Yes,
it.
You feel
I know that. I could not move. I could not move. I was there, like,
So he froze.
but I could not do anything. He had to move before I started moving. You understand that kind of stuff? So it can
Yeah.
happen to the best of you.
It can happen
As
to
I
you.
said, like experiences like
Yeah.
that.
That's
The one that happened to me was my boss. He was like, Uche, no need this.
Just
So
move.
you see, bed moving that day just helped me overcome that stuff, and I think over time it has helped
Yeah.
you that.
So yeah, you're going to, like I was saying, weddings are like bridges,
Very
like a
fast-paced.
the room filled with people. So like he was talking about, we're in Abu Dhabi for Chairman HKN's wedding, and this is literally a room like this but longer. So the only way you could move was moving on this aisle. You couldn't move on the side. And this aisle, you look left, there's Dangote. You look right, there's Hotel Dollar. You look left, there's Abani. You look this side, there's OBU. So you think you see these people on TV, is nice. In there, boom, 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 boom. So I walked up to him and I'm like, guy, we are nothing but pencils in the hands of the creator. So snap out of it. Right? But the fact that I understood what he was going through is just because you have not done exercise like that before. Obviously, I've shot for a while, I've shot people. So yeah, you're going to have that anxiety when you're about to create, but just the minute you keep shooting, it kills off the anxiety. You get comfortable. You're welcome.
So when you freeze, just move.
Just
All
move.
right. Okay. So final question. Thank God for the accolades. Thank God for the experience. Thank God for, it's just been a beautiful journey for you, right? But honestly, is photography really worth it?
Yeah.
And if you could go back in time, are there a few things you would change, maybe to better yourself as maybe the creative or the creator that you are right now?
Yes, photography is what it is. I would not be doing anything else. I'm glad it saved my life. You understand? Maybe if I'd entered oil and gas early, I won't speak like this. But the fact that you get to create images, you get to create something that if it wasn't for you, the world would never experience it. So clearly that's beyond money. So now, imagine it now comes with money. So obviously, yes, it would. I would 100% recommend more schools to teach the creative arts. I'll tell you why. The entire time in secondary school, JSS3 was the time where you had to decide if you were going to be an art student or a science student. And I'll tell you how they shuffled us. I schooled in Delta State Asaba, federal school, um, public school. Just to tell you, not to say, oh, there was no money. I had money, but it was a very good. It's not now that public school is trash. This was a very good, reputable public school. But the reason I'm using the public is like I think people that do public service, their head they don't wake up happy. Yeah, there are sometimes they're frustrated and imagine pointing it on kids because to define my future, someone walks in and is like, if you want to study art, go to the left. If you want to study science, go to the right. Brother, I'm chilling with my guys that do science, but I don't know shit. You want me to go join those guys? What would they even gossip about? Bro, I stayed in science because I couldn't leave my friends to go to the arts that would have been easy for me to learn. So when they were hitting me with acid, base, and salt, and I'm seeing alphabets in mathematics, bro, it confused me till the final year, and that's one reason why I know that I can always get myself out of any shebang. I couldn't take. I knew I was not going to be able to take it. So I just pretty much went to report myself that I'm a fraud. I can't be here, please put me here. And my life became easy. So I want more schools to teach on the arts. And I feel like they should teach on the arts. And it's good because if someone like Zubi is here creating a community like this, the community is creating is beneficial to me. If I dey sell shirts outside, if na 30 I bring, I don't sell 10 for here. So I wouldn't now need the government to, help me on anything. I wouldn't need to have a desk job. After I sell that 10 shirt, I go back and sleep. Right? So yeah, photography is key. You asked the second
Yes,
question, right?
yes. Apart from asking if it was worth it, I was saying if you could go back in time
Oh yeah.
and maybe change anything
Um,
that would maybe make you a, should I say, better photographer or a better creator, what would that be and why?
I don't think I would have. I don't think I would change anything. I think we are defined by the opportunities we take and the ones we don't. I feel like that's how a man is defined. It's not about the opportunities you take only. It's about the ones you miss. Because in 2016, I was offered to be the official photographer for my state governor. At that time, that mindset, oh, how will you not take it? For emergency, I can't take it. Right? Best pictures as a wedding powerhouse will never be built. I would have sold my skill to promote somebody else. But at that time, it was such a juicy offer. So I think I don't want to change. I don't want to go back. Don't take me back because maybe hunger if you hold me that day, I'll come go say yes. Right? So I wouldn't want to change anything. I would just want to have it play out and leave a good blueprint and a good formula so that the person behind me, he, I will come be in AI. They'll just use my prompts. That's it. So I wouldn't want to change nothing.
Please, a round of applause for
Thank you so much.
best pictures. It's honest. Oh, we have more questions. Okay, all right.
Okay.
I think I saw a hand. You have a question?
Oh,
Okay, so we have one here, one here. The questions are flowing
So
in now.
I'll be quick with the answers. Sorry, I know someone. I will have to go, but I'll be quick with the answers.
Okay, all right. Okay. You can just. Thank you.
Hi, thanks for the opportunity. So I just wanted to put this debate real quick. I think making reference to the question that he asked about how you freeze on set when you're shooting big weddings that have very influential people. I'd like you to make reference to how you in particular handle situations like that in cases where you have to speak to people and like, excuse me, ma'am, excuse me, sir. I don't want to make reference because it's
Yeah.
happened to me
Yeah.
a lot of times. I think I'll just advise before you answer that, create it first off and make sure to look the part
Of course.
when I'm going to weddings like that. So before the aide even comes to block me, when the main person says like, oh, let her come
Yeah.
over. And I go to talk to the main person. Oh, hi, good afternoon, sir. I'm super. So I have a tag that I wear, very boldly, official bridal stylist for official this for official that. And then they're saying they're like, oh, no problem, let her, And then I make sure to smell the part. So as I'm saying that good afternoon, sir, is perceiving something very strong.
Yeah. The aroma is
Go
nice.
on, But how do you, in particular, as a photographer, handle influential people like that when you get them to make room for you to take your photos?
Okay. I think is I can just relate it to being a people person. I'm a people person. I can to get you to like me, I need you to talk about yourself. I don't need you to talk about me. But to get you to like me, I need you to talk about yourself. I come in and say, oh, who are you wearing? You're already excited. I'm wearing Diola Sego. But you like the fact that I'm asking you the question. Having people skills is knowing how to navigate people. Example, I'm a wedding photographer, not a fashion photographer. So if I shoot 300 weddings, I have 300 different experiences. I have 300 emotions, 300 behaviors to expect. Unlike fashion, where it's me that's in control of the model. If model come, you the vex, I will give you your money, you come out. But this one, I'm at wedding. So if I walk into a wedding and the bride is a rude person or has a rude face, I will understand. Maybe not the face, maybe the inside is golden. So the minute I throw you, who you wearing? You're like, sorry, 1 second. Hey. I read the room. You read body language, you read the room, you know. It's not every, because I say who you wearing, every time I go, who you wearing? Who you wearing? Do you understand? The minute you walk into a room, you understand the room, right? You know, there's a tweet that's out there after I shot Davido's wedding that went viral, and I said, I walked up to Davido and he shunned me, and I said, he doesn't even know who he paid for. And he, bruh.
Did it go out of context?
I mean, if he has 1 million views on Twitter, someone took it out of context, right? But it didn't go out of context in a silly way. Obviously, I think people still understood that, of course, it's Davido. He's not who are you that he's gonna know you? This is not someone who had a consultation beforehand, right? There was no consultation, there was no meeting, nothing, right? And I'm walking up to him in his space and I'm saying, oh, I need you to do this. And he's looking at, literally the photographers in the room was this many. So who are you? So I can now use that one metrics to judge all my clients, because the next client, I will still walk up to you and try and fix you, right? So different moods, different weddings, different experiences. But yes, you're on the right path. Smell good, look good, be nice, because you even come to me and know how to speak. Even if you have an Igbo accent, it doesn't matter, as long as you're a nice person, you're polite. You say, please, ma, yes, ma, thank you. Because with weddings, we're at the service, we're servicing people. So I could go to an event where I'm probably more boxed up than the groom that hired me. It's happened many times. But the way I'll treat you, bro, like you're king to me for $9.95. For that time we spend, right? So I'm giving you that respect, that honor. So yes, you always just look good, smell nice, and be a people person. Learn people skills.
Okay.
Is that a good answer for you?
I think
You can work.
yes.
Okay.
I just feel like as creatives, we ought to also learn certain skills apart from our artistic skills,
Yep.
like communication.
Of course,
skills.
communication.
Because I work with a wide range of people, especially when it comes to weddings, and I discovered that people really do not know how to communicate or to talk to people. So just like he said, you have to be emotionally intelligent.
Of course.
You have to know what to say at a particular time.
Communication is key. It's not only relationship advice and therapy that will tell you that one. It's key on all round, in business as well. It's key. You meet brides that are mean, they are rude, they are not nice. You meet grooms that are nonchalant, they are not nice, but it's still how you communicate with them. In my camera bag, anytime I do what's in my camera bag? Do you know the things that will even hit on more? I have gum, I have handkerchief, pack in my bag. I have cufflinks. I'm not talking about the cameras and the lenses. I'm talking about what's in my bag that people ask. Because the groom would not remember to have a hanky, and having his wedding is sweaty. And Bear just pulls up like, bro, take. Bear, you too much, nice guy, Bear. Now hanky 500 naira, now you dey hype me pass invoice where I even give you. But that hanky now has twisted your emotion to know that if you're sweaty in the wedding, where's Bedge? He gave me hanky before. It's interesting. So your cufflinks, you've forgotten that I'm giving you a cufflink. So people's skills is understanding how to make the next man feel like a king. So it doesn't matter if you have a shitty attitude. Keep it at home. When you come out, you double it. Thank you so much.
That's so beautiful. I think it's just a delight listening to Berge talk. It's like he has so much wisdom. All right. Are we done with questions? Any other question?
Yeah, I think we're good.
A contribution? Okay, yeah. So I'll give a time for that. Okay, are we done? Berge, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thanks,
you
guys.
so
Thanks for
much.
having me. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you.
Thank you, Bed. All right, you can just drop the mic. Okay, so we are rounding up the event. It's been